boom, 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 slowly. With the beginning of 2020, I started escalating, but there was no like, the turning point, I guess, when I dropped that music video, 2018. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take it professional. But there was nothing professional about me anyway.
Today on In Conversation with F360 Lifestyle, we're sitting down with one of the most exciting voices in UAE's music scene, an Algerian, lyrically sharp and bringing serious energy to Arab hip-hop world. From starting out with a 20 dirham mic to lighting up Dubai stages, Tayeb Santo has built a name that's impossible to ignore. With his smooth flows, multi-dialect punchlines and academic chops. Yes, you heard that right. Tayeb has got 2 master's degrees. He's proving that talent and hustle can take you from bedroom recordings to the big stage. Let's dive into his journey, his music, and what's next for the rising star. Hi Tayeb, welcome to F360 Lifestyle. It's so good to have you here.
Hello, thank you so much for having me.
It's a pleasure.
I'm overwhelmed with the love and the hospitality. Thank you guys.
Let's talk about your journey. Let's talk about the beginnings. You've grown up
Sure.
in the UAE. Tell me how the UAE has shaped your identity as an artist.
I guess we go back to the basic. UAE is a place where it hosts a lot of cultures and nationalities. It's about that diversity and accepting each other. So Algerian coming here, having to adapt since day one in school and trying to switch my language. I don't even remember when I started speaking Marathi, but it definitely was from the first year in school. I got exposed to a lot, and just that by itself opened my eyes, and I guess it was an investment to my artist side later in the future. And being a person who traveled a lot, lived in Malaysia for school, uni. I lived in the US, I lived in UK, I did 2 masters there. I'm coming back, mixing all of that in my head, you know, it definitely gave me a good foundation, you know. A third kid, culture boy, a worldwide internet boy, whatever it is, you know. It helped me to fit in and adapt, connect, communicate with people, and to have that diversity in my expression, you know, especially with my music. I have that ability to add and fuse languages, dialects, you know, and so on. So I love it, you know. I'm blessed to have it. It's one of a kind experience.
Do you travel to Algeria often?
I used to travel every year for 3 months for the summer vacation and so on. Since the COVID, it's the first time in my life I didn't go back to Algeria since the COVID. It's been like 4 or 5 years, and it really, I can feel the effect, you know. My language, for example, I barely speak my mother tongue, you know. I'm speaking more either English or Marathi. And I can realize how my Algerian became slower, you know, and I'm struggling. So I need to revive that because I want to inject more of that in my music. But yeah.
If we talk about the Algerian music and what you do currently, do you see a difference?
I guess it's the DNA of being an Algerian or African, because I always observed the Algerian artists, how they impacted the region and the globe with their music. Although we are not too many that can reach to that level, but whenever they reached, they had an impact. And me growing up, when I was a kid in my home in Algeria, my neighbors, they were like 5 brothers. And they had a studio. They were one of the few people who embraced hip-hop culture. They had music. They were wearing like somebody from New York, and they had graffiti in the floor and so on. And they used to bring a lot of those individuals who you don't see them in the streets, but they come there, you know. So I used to hear a lot of that bass coming out from there, and I'm sure that put something inside of me. And later on, it went out with me trying to observe things and know myself in life, you know. So I came back to hip-hop. It helps me to express myself a lot.
You spoke a lot about your childhood, but when was that turning point when you decided that now this is something that I want to pursue in my life?
So first time it was in 2010.
Okay.
I pushed myself, I was like, because I was listening at that time. I was in the school, I know some rappers that started rapping, and you know, you get that mic, whatever, from Lulu, 30, 40 dirham, and you try to do it with whatever. You use that filter with your socks, and you just have fun with it. And that quality you hear at that time is like, wow. So we started that way, and there was a show Arabs Got Talent on NBC channel way back, and it was a dream. I'm like, damn, I want to be there because I used to watch it. I love it, and I love the talents. So I applied for it. I went. I remember the audition was in American University here in Dubai, and I didn't do well. No confidence, no delivery, very scared, young kid, but stayed. At least I had that footage, me like rapping, and I have the sticker because it's for the books, you know, for me to be like where I was and now where I am. And after that, I went to uni, Malaysia. I lost it. There was no people around. The rap trend was dying. People started getting older, going to uni, trying to have a different lifestyle. There wasn't much happening. When I came back, 2016, 17, I went to America, started delivering pizza, started making my own cash, and then I started seeing the movement in the region, not in the UAE, like in Saudi, in Egypt, people started going back to it. The cameras became more accessible, easier shooting, editing became faster, YouTube quality is different, so now there is more content, there is more music, and there is more audience growing, and I was watching all of that. And I was understanding it for some reason because I think I've been there, so I know. Because I watch the American or the Western culture and the news and everything, the interviews, so I understand things. And when I relate here, I'm like, okay, I see where it's going. And after that, I got motivated. I got my first 1,500 dirham. I came back, I shot music video.
Lovely.
I paid everything for it. I just wanted to have a music video. That was in 2018, January. And I started going back here, you know, going to events, Soul XP, getting to know people, doing content. I started meeting with new photographers, videographers, getting to know the new rappers that are coming out and what's on, getting closer to the community. Boom, 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 slowly, slowly, slowly. With the beginning of 2020, I started escalating. But there was no, like, the turning point, I guess, when I dropped that music video, 2018. I'm like, okay, I'm going to take it professional. But there was nothing professional about me anyway, you know? But slowly, 2020, you're making things, and then you find a spot, you get to do this opportunity, you do this show for free, then you get this one paid, and this and this and this, and you are just around hustling and wondering and trying to analyze and knocking doors, sending messages and what's on. And that adds up, you know? Adds up when you start like you start standing in a place where now you know what's up, now you know what to do, now you know the business aspect, now you know how to negotiate, now you have quality, you have a brand image that is screaming loud while you are quiet, you know? You enter rooms, you don't have to do things because you know your worth, you know who you are. I don't have to try to express much or like to be in someone's face, you know? If that's the case, you know? Other than that, we're still growing, we're still learning, there's a lot of room for growth, a lot. The competition in UAE, when you reach to these places, you start finding that the competition is less with you. But that doesn't mean it's easier. If there's anything, now you are the one who's in front of the door. You are the one who have to kick the door, you know? You are the one who have to pave the way for the others.
Right.
And that's the challenge, and I love that challenge because you build it up a lot of things in you that it helps you to discover what's next. And if there is anything that you need to learn and improve, you have the tools or like you have the ability, you have the foundation that can push you. And of course, the network is very important, you know. I'm active,
Absolutely.
I'm out there, you know. People know me here. And I might not have the millions of views, but people, when they see me perform, they know that what type of caliber I am.
Absolutely.
I learned from the best. I learned from the others, you know. So when I'm in the stage, this is my space. You cannot outstand me here, no. You know, I do it the way I want. I can entertain people. I can put a smile. I can give you that entertainment even when I'm not saying anything, pretending. I'm an entertainer, you know, so I can do it. It became easy thing for me. So now we're just aiming for the best. We're just aiming for the worldwide, the billboards, whatever it is. Hollywood, any opportunities, you know. Sky is the limit. So why not?
Wonderful.
Absolutely.
There's so much that you've shared about your beginnings. There's so much you've shared about your story from where it all began to where you are today. It's quite inspiring for artists who also want to make a mark in this space today in the UAE. Like, what's one message you want to give them?
I would say nobody owe you anything, first of all. Secondly, you have to know that knowledge is key for anything. So
Correct.
learning will never stop. And when you want to learn, you have to learn about everything. Not just how to create music, how to market yourself, how to handle yourself, how to create content, what's the right cameras to use, what's the lens, why this guy is shooting this way, what's the edit, your identity, the brand image, how to talk with people, how to establish a network, how to handle rejection, how to stay consistent, how to keep sending those emails no matter what. These things need time to marinate in your head. So be humble and don't be ignorant thinking that you understand. Just because you listen to it for the first time, that doesn't mean you got it. It takes time and it takes years, and that's normal. So you have to be patient about it, and you have to seek knowledge from the right people if you want to learn. I'm starting as a program leader. I'm currently an ambassador for a musical school. It's called Digital Renaissance Institute here in Knowledge Village.
Wow.
It's opening its doors next month in October. There is a lot of programs, and I'm a program leader. I'll be, supervising with the tutors, just observing also how's the teaching, the environment, doing workshops, and be there as an artist that is from this community that had success, just to add that element to the teaching environment. And with this opportunity as well, I want to introduce these things and teach them to people, in workshops, because I'm pretty sure this will make a huge difference. I already helped other artists to figure out certain things in their brand or like in their content format and so on, and they blow up.
Lovely.
They got almost 1 million views in one of their reels. They got a job opportunity overseas.
Wow.
And they went and they came back and they worked with the client, they got their check, and they good. The same artist, he didn't have the confidence, neither he was willing to continue. But just because I thought my friend was shooting with him and he implemented everything, boom. This guy now is feeling more confident, more hungrier, and that makes a huge difference, because you might not get any attention and then you're gonna die. It's not easy.
Right.
So yeah.
Also, let's talk about the language. You are fluent with multiple Arabic dialects. It's quite difficult, I believe, because especially, I'm from India, and India is all about multiple languages.
Yeah.
Still, if you ask somebody, they wouldn't know a particular language. We barely know 2-3 languages, while we have multiple languages.
I know.
And for you, it's very interesting that you're very fluent, and just like you mentioned, you're embracing multiple dialects.
These are dialects, so you find the similarity. It's just a different delivery, different sound, and some words are different, So I grew up watching the Egyptian cinema, and we listen to that music for those movies, so it's easy to capture it. And also you have a lot of Egyptians around you. Syrian is the same. We watch TV, watch Syrian music, whatever, and we had friends, so it's easy. Lebanese goes the same, Sudanese, I play in the club, my friends are Sudanese. In Malaysia, I had a Sudanese community, so I always got exposed to the Sudanese people as well. So I embraced it, And Algerian, you have to be that person who have to adapt and learn, which makes it easier for, I don't know, I always find that if you are an Algerian or Moroccan, grow up here in UAE from early age, it's easy for you to, capitalize on the dialects and embrace them, especially the Emirati, because when you grow up here, this is the language,
Correct.
School, street, hood, neighborhood, all of that, so you get it. So I'm blessed to have a capacity, that I can play with, and I try to use that to paint my picture, with my music, just to introduce those individuals that are like me, because an Algerian will be used to see an Algerian rapping or singing in French or in English, whatever is the case. Oh, maybe his mother is this, or probably he grew up in France. But when it comes to an Algerian rapping in Emirati, it's a glitch. It's like error. What's going on? Who's he? What? How? Because it's so heavy, you cannot tell that I'm from Algeria, which is something new. And that's okay. That's why people, the way they react to me is like confusion. Some they like it a lot, some they think that I am faking because they are not used to it. I'm like, why don't you say that to somebody who do it in French But they got used to that. And this one is new. So they might think that way because they don't know that I've been here for 25 years in the UAE. When I came, there was only few Algerians. I barely see Algerians, you know. So that's the case, I understand. And I'm here to, you know, tell my story, you know, do my thing, and who can resonate or appreciate that part of me, they're gonna be on board, you know, and that's what I want. If you don't like it, just, this is not your cup of tea, that's okay.
Yeah.
You know,
You're talking about when you started off 25 years back, right? So see, you've grown here, you've grown in the city.
Yeah.
You've seen the traditional way, you've seen the modern way.
Yeah.
And now with social media, with content creation, with so much happening on the go, with AI,
Yeah.
do you think it's also bringing a twist in the way you are kind of pursuing your music career?
Absolutely, because now we are living in the most accessible time since the beginning. And for music, it used to be struggle to find a label or to find something, or like to go to the radio or like to put that CD out and what's so on. And now you have the internet. The algorithm changed in the past year as well, and it focuses if you put this content, keep putting that content, and you're gonna have more accessibility to the explore, and you will get more reach. So with that being said, the content creation game also developed a lot. People are figuring out, day after day, they are trying to get that 2-3 seconds hook, you know, to capture you. And I figured that out by also observing and watching others. So I know that, certain lenses, wideness, background, when you don't have much of budget, how you can play with that and how to present yourself. But also the first thing you need is the good music, obviously. You know, so for example, like I did one of my, from the beginning of this year when I started the releasing, I told my friend, listen, no releases without short form content, at least 10 videos. So I did that for the first time because that was my first Algerian fusion in a song. We shot content, we shot the music video, we did everything. But I told my friend, listen, let's shoot more content. Can we go to Mirdif? There is a street called Algeria Street there. And I always had this idea in my head. And I had a jacket of Algeria. So I went there, simply I stand behind me Algerian Street, I was wearing the jacket, and I recorded. It doesn't look nice compared to what I did. I dropped everything was normal. When I dropped these two videos, one got 500,000 and one got 300,000. And unlimited followers coming from everywhere, just because the jacket clicked.
Lovely.
You know? So sometimes you gotta try to get these small details, they might tweak. And the other one, it was purely Emirati, back to the essence where I grew up, to that energy. I did it. I wore Al Hilal jersey. I bought it when I was coming back from Thailand. I'm like, yo, I need some props for my content and my music. So I knew that I might use it. So I wore Al Hilal jersey. It's Saudi club, you know. And I was wearing nice, and I found this old traditional baqala grocery in Al Qawain. It's called Al Taybin grocery. Al Taybin means the old people, the good people, you know. And that's a catchy phrase or like a word. I shot there, aesthetics, right, you know, angle, boom, boom, boom. But that went crazy. I got hella followers from Saudi, from Iran, from around the globe, Algerians from everywhere, you know. I got from UAE as well. I got from Bahrain. I got a lot of artists that are big in the mainstream in Bahrain and Kuwait follow me. And I got followed by somebody who I used to watch him back in the days on YouTube. He had the show with it's called Timsah, with a crocodile. And this guy, I had a video with him 10 years ago saying, this rapper will be one of the best rappers in the world, ha ha ha. It was just a quick one, you know, he gave me a shout out when I met him. And then he followed me. So I sent him that story, I'm like, cause I had it until now. So I'm like, yo, remember this? He don't remember me. But he was laughing, I'm like, you don't need to react. I'm happy, you know, this happened. 10 years later, he's following me from my content because it took a lot of time. That's what matters, you know, that struggle, that all of that journey, you know, and this guy now follow me. I'm in his radar, you know, he can see what I'm up to, you know. Maybe there's an opportunity for me at some point. You never know. He's a director, he's an actor. Yeah. He's on Netflix, he's on shows. So you never know. this is how you start putting yourself in places and people can notice you.
Yeah. After everything that I'm hearing about you, your story, your confidence, I really love it. Tell me what's next for you.
Honestly, I always feel like I need more discipline. I'm consistent, but I'm not disciplined to the level that I'm supposed to be, or I know that this discipline can take you further, you know? And it's hard for you because you are your own boss, you know? You have your own schedule, and yeah, that's a bliss, but it's a curse at the same time because it's hard to maintain one routine. It's hard. And I really would love to do better when it comes to that, you know, like just push when it comes to health and what's so on. And there is people who do it better than me. You know, there's rappers. And also, even for me, I just want to say that I got lucky at the same time. Now, you can't do everything you have to do, but then if God didn't plan this for you or it's not meant for you, you might not get it, you know? And for me, when I reminisce and see like a flashback, like what's the things that helped me? Of course, me, but also having my friend who's been with me for 5-6 years. He's an editor that I found him online. We met, and then since then we grow together. And he have his own style that is unique, that fits the world that I'm in, you know. And he grew up with me, and we've been doing together this for 5 years. Whether it's music or other content creation stuff that I work with brands. And his help and his touch is there with me. Without him, I will not be here. That's for sure. And there is a couple of other individuals that opened the door for me when I didn't have a place to record, especially in the COVID. And I met with a friend of mine from Ajman, shout out to Saif, you know. And he just embraced me without even wanting to charge me. Although that's his studio where he make money. But we met, I reached out to him by DM. I said, I want to record a song, I need a place. I went and I met him, we became friends in that meeting. And since then, he never charged me for anything. He always supported me. You know, we became family. So these type of individuals, God sent them in my way. Because without them, I will not reach, I know. I might reach in other scenarios, but the way I am and the way I feel like I'm expressing myself artistically nowadays is because of these people. And I know they are very genuine people that they are there for, I know they are there all the time, so I want to be there for them as well, you know, and I need to give them their flowers because, and I need to tell that to the world. It's not only about me, because people might think that I am the maestro behind everything, you know, I did everything. Yes, I did, but also people helped me a lot, you know.
Wonderful.
The same way people rejected me and ignored me, there is others that unconditionally they helped me. Others they just like the fact that I'm so good at doing what I do, and they help me as well. And some others they help me because of the way I am as a person. So yeah, every component is important, and it added to my journey. And I think I should set the example for others, you know, as well, and show them what
You've definitely
what
set the benchmark.
Yeah, and where you should be playing, what's the tempo and the pace you need to be. And this is not even there, but this is at least for you to be here, for example, and sit down and talk and know what to talk about and say something meaningful to the camera and keep to flourish, you know. You need certain things. You will need those tires, you will need that engine if you want to go and be in that race in that Sheikh Zayed Road highway with those big, you know, cars, big dogs, you know. You need that. Otherwise, nah, you need to go back to the garage and understand what you have with you, you know. You need to build things.
Yeah.
And that's important.
Let's do a quick rapid fire.
Yeah.
What's next for Tayeb Santo? New music, collaborations?
New music in 2 weeks, fashion show, a lot of content, projects. I have billboards coming in Sheikh Zayed Road, everywhere around. The season coming in winter, shows coming. You don't know what's out there, but we are working on it. And I have other releases that are gonna be dropping consistently. You know, September, October, November, December. And most of them are music videos.
Wonderful. Are you planning to take UAE hip-hop global?
Absolutely, I would love to, with a pride, you know. Absolutely, definitely. Me and my friends, my other UAE rappers, my fellow rappers, you know, for sure.
We wish you all the luck.
Thank you, thank you.
One favorite place to perform in the UAE?
The Karak.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an event. It's a local event. It's a community event. You know, I love performing there because it's family vibes. It's a lot of love, a lot of energy. When we talk about big stages, I want to perform in Wireless in Abu Dhabi, the next one. You know, definitely would love to perform there. And if there's a chance to perform in Coachella, I'm up for it. Rolling Loud, I'm up for it. Any big stage, I don't care. Etihad Arena, it's coming, Formula One. Guys, book me, hit me up. Emails are open. Post Malone is coming. I can open for Post Malone. Easy.
A lyric of yours that means the most to you?
Damn, that's a hard question. I would say there's this line, بادي من الصفر من أيام الخوارزمي. I started from zero or from scratch since the days of Khwarizmi. You know, Al-Khwarizmi, the one who invented the algorithm and the zero. He's a Muslim scientist. So I just said I started from scratch, from zero, since the days of Al-Khwarizmi. That's why they say algorithm, Al-Khwarizmi.
Describe your sound in three
You should
words.
chat GBT Al-Khwarizmi.
Describe your sound in 3 words.
Energetic, playful, positive.
Lovely. Lovely. Thank you so much, Tayeb. It's been a pleasure speaking to you, knowing everything about your
Thank
life,
you,
your
thank you.
journey. I wish you all the love and luck for all your future projects.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Arigato. Terima kasih. Shukriya. Merci beaucoup. I wish I can say thank you in different other languages, but yeah.